All right, welcome to the next episode of the Set Championship interviews. And today we have Melvin, also very affectionately known as Uncle E in the Singaporean Disney community. So, welcome, Melvin.
Hi, Mickey.
Yeah,
Hi, everyone.
yeah. Congratulations on your Set Championship win. I believe it was Dimension Gaming.
Yes, correct. Dimension
Yeah.
Gaming. Thank
Yeah,
you.
so
Yes.
so as usual, we'll start off with some rapid fire questions for us to get to know Melvin more, and then we will go more into in depth of his Lorcana journey as well as his championship run. Okay, so
All right.
Melvin, are
Fire
you
away.
ready? Fire away.
Yeah, fire away. Fire away.
Okay, so first up, Melvin, cats or
Yeah.
dogs?
Cats.
Cats. Coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. Very definite. Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Very definite. Yeah.
Are you an early bird or a night owl?
Ah, used to be a night owl, but
No.
I think as age catches up, uh, unfortunately has to become an early bird lah. Slowly,
Right.
slowly. Yeah.
Likewise. Pizzas or burgers?
Ooh, man, that is difficult. Well, both I like, but I'll go for burgers.
Burgers. Okay. Summer or winter?
Yep. Yep.
Summer or
Hmm.
winter?
Winter.
Winter. Okay. Your favorite Disney movie?
Winter. Yep.
Favorite
My
Disney movie?
favorite Disney movie, probably Lion King.
Lion King. Ooh, likewise.
Sorry?
Yeah, same as me.
Yeah.
Favorite Disney
Yep.
character?
Hmm. Favorite Disney character, probably Mufasa.
Mufasa. Ooh, nice. And last up, favorite Disney song?
Yeah. Fa- Favorite Disney song. Can you feel the love tonight?
Oh, classic, classic. Okay. So let's move on to your Lorcana journey.
Yeah.
So how long have you been playing Lorcana and what got you into the game?
Hmm. Hmm. How long have I been playing Lorcana? I just started somewhere towards the middle of set one. That was when Hideout actually brought the game into Singapore for the first time.
Yep.
So at that point of time, I was already playing Magic the Gathering for, couple of like decades already, 10, 20 years, almost 15 years. So that's when I was already playing Magic and I knew Edwin's stand. So one night during the Magic event, I saw at the side of the corner two players playing starter decks.
Mm.
So I was just walking around, I look at them, like, hey, what's this thing? What's this new game going on? And they're like, oh, it's Disney is Lorcana. I'm like, oh, Disney has a game now. Okay. Then I started I went to actually, check it out, lah, see what's the deal with this Lorcana
Mm.
thing. Then I started to read or watch YouTube videos, learn some of the rules. And I realized, it's pretty similar to Magic in a sense.
Yeah.
Then okay lah, might as well, at that point of time it was getting a bit stale
Mm.
in Magic terms. At that point of time, the meta was a bit stale. So I thought, okay lah, why not try a second, TCG game? So I went to everyone say, hey, do you have like singles to make a deck? Oh, yeah, yeah, have. I went up to check what's the most budget option there. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't want to spend too much investment at that point of time. So went for a budget deck. So went to get a budget deck, then tried to play, and since then I've been playing Lorcana ever since.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I think coincidentally my first deck was also Emerald Sapphire. It was
Ah,
a budget Emerald Sapphire aggro deck. Yeah, from set
Emerald
one. I think
Silver.
those who
Was it
know, would
the
probably remember
Mufasa
it.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, no. Set one Emerald with Sapphire was a deck that focused on ramping to five.
Mm-hmm.
And at every single point, you are just playing five drops. The set one
Oh,
Cusco's, the I think the Maleficent Fire one. So all just big lore questers at five costs.
right,
Very
right.
simple deck.
Okay, okay. Yeah, very interesting. And
Yeah.
let's talk about your deck list. So,
Hmm.
what deck did you play, and why did you choose it?
Hmm. So I played Emerald Sapphire, coincidentally, also at Dimension Gaming's.
Yeah.
So this is a blue-green Emerald Sapphire Clarabelle's deck, right?
Mhm.
So I'm not sure why some people actually categorize it as a sort of a control deck,
Mm.
but I actually look at it as more of a just a big cost, big
Mm.
characters deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was the first Saw Champs that I decided to play. I think I missed the one at Korea 10 the
Mm.
week before. I was away,
Yeah.
away on holidays for a couple of days. So when I came back, I think that was the first event that I wanted to join. So I thought, why not bring something that's a little bit different from the meta decks, right? So the
Mm.
night before, I was still hesitating between bringing Amethyst Steel and Blue Green because I've been
Yeah.
playing Amethyst Steel since the start of Fable.
Yeah.
So I made Amethyst Steel play a bit, try a bit of weeklies at hideouts. Then
Mm.
also Blue Green, I meddled with it a bit. Then I kind of thought that okay lah, since we're expecting a lot of blurples in the meta, since it's store champs, it's not that casual
Yeah.
after all. Then Blue Green was sort of good matchup against blurple.
Mm-hmm.
Right, because it's just same ramping, but they have like even bigger bodies to
Mm.
dump it out. And at the meantime, there's also cards like Under the Seas that you can help to, curb a little bit of the aggro threat. So it's like a good match between, still being able to handle aggro, but still having a pretty good matchup against Blubble. So I recall when I was there playing Dimension Gaming, in the Swiss, I think there were only three blue greens,
Mm.
and the rest were pretty much blurples, amber steels, the dogs. So these decks are. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually
So,
went to look at some of the online lists before that.
mm.
I did try a bit online.
Mm. Yeah.
Then I kind of tweaked it to put in all the very good cards.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can see your deck
Hmm.
is mostly going for consistency with a lot of four offs, or not so much of uh one offs, no 0-1 cards. And yeah, three
Hmm.
copies of Heads Held High and three copies of Under the Sea. So how
Correct. I think
often,
that's like the core
yeah,
fixed number.
correct. So how often did you pull the combo off?
Actually, it's really very difficult to pull off the combo. I think maybe only once out of the entire tournament, I managed to pull off the entire combo. Other than that, it was usually just Under the Sea by itself. And there was, I think, one of the games I only used the Hits Held Height to get rid of two vanished characters.
Mm.
That was the whole other time. Yeah.
All right. So what is the general strategy when you are playing
Hmm.
blue green? And do you have is like what do you do against aggro? What do you do against blurple and other matchups?
Mm, mm. Okay, so we come back to the deck building portion, and in the
Yep.
first case, like uh, having a idea in mind on how you want to approach all these matchups. So the night before, I was still tweaking around. I was still looking at the different lists, and I realized none of them. Actually, most of them actually like to play the Donald Perfect Gentleman, the one that gives you extra draws.
Yeah.
Then some like to put in Bend to My Wheels.
Mm-hmm.
So before that, I was talking to a good friend of mine, Jackie, who actually top eighted in he actually top eight in Korea 10 the week before. So he also played blue green. His list actually featured a lot more different than mine. He actually had four copies of Lewis, the crocodile that gives reckless.
Yeah.
So he was telling me very good against aggro,
Mm.
must play against aggro. So I just plonk four of them into it lah, into
Mm.
my deck list,
Yeah.
which most blue-green decks you don't see them in the list.
Mm.
Then the other thing that I put in was also Scrooge McDucks, the 4 cost
Mm.
5/5.
Yep.
And the other one is also that's you really never see it before him. Before this is Donald, the 5 cost
The ramp
Donald that
one.
rams for you.
Yeah.
right? So yeah, the ramp one. So in general, like the whole deck needs to function as a typical Sapphire deck, which is turn two ramp.
Mm.
Uh, if you don't hit the turn two ramp, you are pretty much that's it.
Yeah.
Right there were some games in the tournament where I did miss my turn two ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Those games are usually just gone case.
Yeah.
Very hard to fight,
Correct.
right? Because once you have the turn two ram, the next thing would be having a four cost play on turn three, then a
Yeah.
five cost play on turn four. It just skips you that one
Correct.
turn ahead. Lah.
Yeah.
So the thing about playing this kind of yeah, or blue green is to have the small Clarabelles on board before your 5 ink turn, so that you can actually shift the Clarabelle on turn five, shift the Clarabelle on 5 ink, and try to empty your hand as much as possible before that turn. So that once the Clarabelle hits, you can then get the trigger to get more cards to
Mm.
refill your hand. Lah. So once after you get that five cost hurdle over, then you start to drop the bigger threats like your John Silvers, the big Basil that bounces, and also Hades. I think Hades is the most important card also lah in the deck next to Clarabelle's.
Mm.
Then if the under the sea cards come in or the combo comes in and you manage to pull it off, then you pretty much just win on the spot.
Mm.
It's pretty hard for any decks to recover once they get hit by the full combo.
Yeah, exactly. From
Yeah.
speaking from personal experience, once that combo hits, you cannot do anything after that.
Yeah, I mean they can try to refill the board or try to replay the board a little bit, but after that you already start to have like very very big bodies like John Silver to give reckless to everything. They just keep on slapping John Silver's puzzles and try to struggle and make them disrupt. No? Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So what would
Hmm.
which card would you say it was the MVP during your set champion run?
Oh, we're
Oh,
lagging a little bit.
lagging a bit. Do you hear the question?
No, do you mind
Yeah,
repeating it?
not at all. So which card do you think was the MVP during your set championship run?
During my set champ, I think everyone would most probably think the combo is the MVP, but I to me I think the four cost Scrooge and also the five cost Ram Donald were the MVPs. Yeah, so a lot of people don't realize that this four cost Scrooge is so big
Mm.
and it quests for two every turn.
Yeah.
Uh, it just means your opponent needs to respect that Scrooge and try to get rid of it. Otherwise, every turn, questing for two is no joke lah.
Yeah. And it's
Then
so hard
most
to
most
remove.
probably, yeah, correct. And usually they will probably have to use like two characters to trade into just that $1. So it's a good value play, right?
Mm.
Then for the five cost Donald, it's I don't see many lists previously playing that five cost Donald to ramp. Because I think most of people think that it's just does a ramp job and then finish, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't do much as a top deck. But what I wanted to have it do is from my turn five, or sorry, the 5 king turn to jump straight away to the 7 cost the next turn. So 7 cost is the magic number where you can have your Hades, your Basils, or even if you need to hard cast a big Clarabelle,
Mm.
that's where that jump needs to happen. Because a lot of times the good players would be able to disrupt the shift line, whether they use Elsas to tap down the small ones to get
Mm.
rid of it. So what happens if the small one gets banished? Then
Yeah.
what happens? You're stuck with a big
Yeah.
Clarabelle that you cannot cast. So that actually helps to filter in that turn, that 5 ink turn.
Yeah. So
So that
it
was to me, yeah, the
one
MVP cards
additional
in
ramp
that tournament.
option.
Correct. And I mean, it's still quest for two, so whatever it is, it's still a big threat. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, next up, if you were to play the same deck list tomorrow in a set championship, will there be any changes you would like to make, if any?
Um, well, I actually told myself that I wouldn't play the same deck twice for Store Champs. If I make top eight with it, so I wouldn't play blue green again.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened is I actually brought Blurple last weekend for another round of Store Champs. So luckily I managed to top it again with Blurple. So I'm not gonna play Blurple next week. So I'll put down
Well,
these two decks for now. But if I were to play blue green, or if anyone out there wants to bring blue green around, from my list, I would probably swap out just one of the four crocodile for another three cost Clarabelle. I mean, just to keep it a little bit more flexible. Because some of the times where you have the crocodiles, it doesn't really do much against like decks like Blurple, right?
mm,
The crocodiles are really just there for Tianas
mm,
or to make Genie quest challenge into it. Other than that, yeah, not so much. So probably just that one simple change.
okay, okay. So just curious, follow-up question
Mm,
to that. Since you're
yeah.
not playing Blurple, not playing Blue Green, what will you bring next?
Mm. Okay. This week I am planning to go back to maybe Amethyst Steel. I haven't tried it for Soul Champs yet, so
Mm,
probably Amethyst Steel. I am also trying to make a list of red and blue,
mm.
Ruby Sapphire.
Wow.
Something interesting that some lists that I managed to I played against on one of the platforms that we can't say. I managed to pair into one of these decks before. Pretty interesting combination. And I mean you have that blue, the Sapphire RAM package, and you do have Ruby cards which are very, very big body.
Mhm.
And I think people need to remember that Maui Shark is still a card.
Yes, it's
Maui Shark is still a
it is
card,
still
yes.
a card.
Correct, correct. So yeah, quite interesting color combi. Also good to test for the next upcoming set
Mm.
as well. See whether it has, any legs to go on.
Yeah, which falls perfectly for our
Mm.
next question is, uh, have you looked at cards from the next set, Whispers in a Well, and what cards are you most excited about?
I think every day there's like tons of spoilers that are being released. Almost every day, I see chats, all the new cards flying all around in all the different chats. It's quite funny though when rotation first came, Fable rotation, the general power level of the whole set from set 1 to 8 started to drop down almost by 50%. Cards seem to be getting worse because we are getting reprints and some of the good cards don't get reprinted.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, when you have Whispers in the Well, the new set, all these cards started to have like crazy power spikes. And cards, even an uncommon, I think it's an uncommon card.
Mhm.
Lexington, I think, one of the earlier few cards, that gargoyle thing.
Yeah.
It's a three cost character, but it has a 4/4 body and even has a ability that challenges evasive. So I mean, it's quite sad for the previous steel genie that has evasive. So now a
Yeah.
3 cost needs to have a 4/4 body.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it doesn't seem very good anymore. Then after that we see more amethyst cards, more sapphire cards. So it seems like Blurple has again all the best cards in the format. Whatever you can think of, it's in sapphire or amethyst colors. You have card draws, you have more banish to Inkwell abilities. So this morning I woke up, I saw this new card that's being spoiled, right? The six uninkable action spell.
Oh,
The spooky side, I think.
yes. Let me
Yeah.
draw it out.
Again, crazy. It's just 6 costs and it says yeah. So you can flash it to the viewers. It's a 6 cost action, uninkable. And it just I think uh banish I think it's banish all characters into the Inkwell that are 3 costs and
Because or
below.
less. Yes.
Just that. Just one line.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 costs or less. So I mean, well, congratulations to all Blubber players. You now have a board wipe
Yes.
to to deal with any of the aggro decks that now was supposed to be your major weakness.
Correct.
You now have a board wipe to deal with every single thing. Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I mean, with all these changes, I think Sapphire is gonna be probably going to be more push in the next set. So maybe we would see more blurple, skewing towards the biggest share of the meta game
Mm.
in this sense. I'm not sure how aggro players are going to deal with these new cards going forward.
Yeah, Blurple is
Yeah,
looking crazy next set.
yeah. They even
Okay.
have that Hades that lets you draw two, unless you let them banish a character. I mean,
Yeah.
everything is in blurple colors.
Yeah, everything is in Blurple. As if it's
As
not
if it
strong
needed
enough.
help.
Yeah.
As if it needed help, yeah.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, last up, anyone you would like to thank or
yeah.
give a shout out to?
Yes, definitely. I think first and foremost, I would like to give a shout out and big thanks to uh, Hideout for actually introducing the game right at the very beginning and also doing so much for the community since the beginning until it became like an official, game. And also big shout out to the original Hideout crew from Set 1, Set 2. I
Hmm.
think you guys know who you are. You are the real slayers, very, very good quality of players, very, very strong pilots that we get to train and also play test each set, whether it's casual games or store champs. So very, very good experience to get to play test with them. And last words to all players that are learning the game, learning to play Lorcana. As I always say to them, master the fundamentals, learn the fundamentals, learn how to adjust your mulligan decisions, adjust your strategy every single turn. You don't need to always follow the same linear patterns because everyone would know what's going on.
Hmm.
Just practice your sequencing, practice, learn when to do good challenges, and you can essentially pilot any deck to a top finish.
Yeah, like like what Melvin proved, you can top it with any deck if your fundamentals are good, right?
Correct, correct. And yeah, one shout out to Brandon as well. I think he just took down the Hideout
Hmm.
store champs last weekend with Lemon Line Dogs.
Yeah,
So he's also another one that another player that's very strong in fundamentals. Yeah, and he used dogs to take down the tournament. Anything's possible.
anything's possible indeed. All right. With that, thank you so much, Melvin, for
Yeah.
your time. Once again, congratulations and see you around.
All right. Thank you, Mickey. Thanks everyone. See you again.
Okay, thank you so much, Melvin, for your